In today's video, we'll be going over 10 LEGO sets you guys should be investing in for November 2022. So you guys, welcome back everyone to November 1st, and with that being said, I want to do another investing update video on kind of my thoughts on the best 10 sets to invest in right now. There will be a couple that I talked about last month that I want to give my updated thoughts on, but also quite a few new ones in this video that I have, new opinions on, and also will be investing. And as always, when I make these investing videos, I want to reiterate, I am not a financial advisor. I just like making these videos kind of spark discussion and to help you guys maybe make decisions for yourself. But with all that being said, guys, let's talk about the 10 sets that I recommend investing in. Alright guys, so starting off with number 10 with a set that I've been talking about a lot over the past couple months. I kind of just want to give you my updated thoughts on this, and I really feel like, this is still a very strong set to invest in. That being the $20 Stranger Things Brickheads with 11 and Demogorgon. I'm not going to take too much time to talk about it because really my opinion has not changed too much. I still think it is a phenomenal set to invest in, and realistically in the grand scheme of things, it's such a cheap buy-in point where if you guys get it, for 20 bucks, say buy 5 of them even, you're only in it for $100, and I think bare minimum, again, this set will never go down in value. You know what I mean? It might be really saturated, and we'll have to kind of see that, come 2024 when season 5 of Stranger Things comes out. But, bare minimum, you will not be able to lose money on this, and I think this one has a lot of potential to do really big things. I think, again, come season 5 time, there's going to be a lot of Stranger Things fans that are not even, say, LEGO fans that just, say, see this or they hear about it, and there's going to pretty much open up that entire market of, not just LEGO fans, but also all the millions and millions of Stranger Things fans. So again, my quick thoughts on it, I think it's definitely worth it at the $20 buy-in point. I see it doing big things, but we won't know for sure until closer to season 5 when it comes out. Alright guys, so continuing on with the Brickheads category, this is actually something I've been thinking about for a long time, and I've been buying these sets up whenever I can, and I want to actually kind of give you guys my thoughts on this, and actually I want to hear you guys' opinion on this. So basically what I say here is any of the pet Brickheads. So I'm talking, the German Shepherd, the cats, the goldfish, the rabbits, the parakeets, any stuff like that. I think, of course, a few of them will do better than others, I think, long term, but really where I get my information from and kind of my opinion based off of is, I used to collect Funko Pops, a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I've got like 400 of them, and one that I always wanted since I grew up with the German Shepherd, all my life, for the past like 10 years, as I wanted the German Shepherd Funko Pop. So doing my research, it looked like it was a pretty regular release Funko Pop, you know what I mean? Like, of course, maybe only on shelves for a year or so, but that's same with LEGO sets also. And the German Shepherd Funko Pop right now, normally retail for, say, $9.99, it's actually selling for on eBay, and even 2 years ago for, $70 to $100. So, back then I was really thinking, why is this German Shepherd Funko Pop going for so much? And then I kind of took that information and kind of translated it over to some of the LEGO Brickheads, I feel, because what I think is going on here, and I kind of said this about a few sets last month, is what I think about these pet Brickheads is, sure, maybe they're not selling super great right now, not a lot of people care about them, but I think these are very well, evergreen sets right here, where, again, 15, 20, 30 years down the line, like German Shepherds aren't going to go extinct, you know what I mean? So, for a $15 buying point, most of the time, actually, LEGO has almost all of them for like $12 now on 20% off sale. So I think, $12 is even a better buying point. I feel like for those owners of those pets, these could be perfect little, evergreen gifts for them where, whether it's a LEGO collector gifting one to a non-LEGO collector or a, non-LEGO collector to another non-LEGO collector where, again, compared to like, say, a Ninjago set where, really you have to be a LEGO Ninjago fan to care about Ninjago sets. But, but for something like a German Shepherd or say a Tabby Cat Brickhead, on something like this, I feel like there's going to be opportunity for a lot of sell-through rate, like, literally even 30, 40 years down the line, until German Shepherds go extinct and there's no new German Shepherd owners. I feel like stuff like that will at least have a possibility of selling really, really well, and for such a cheap buy-in point, I can't really complain. I've got a whole bunch of the pet Brickheads myself, but nonetheless, I really want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. I know that was kind of a tangent, but I'm actually very curious. Am I kind of thinking a little weird there, or am I kind of making a point? I'm curious. Leave your thoughts down below. All right, guys, moving on to the next one right here, we have another brand new one for the month, and this one was one I was very surprised I actually missed last month, being the Carnage Bust, or the Carnage Helmet, Target exclusive, $60 retail, and this one right here, again, I think it has a lot of potential. If we kind of compare it to the TIE Fighter pilot helmet, again, you're comparing, say, a Star Wars towards a Marvel. Carnage, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, probably does not have as many people that care about Carnage compared to, say, Star Wars as a whole. And, at that point, everyone kind of wants, all the, the Star Wars helmets. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's a TIE Fighter pilot helmet or not, to kind of complete the collection, I feel like there's a lot more people that want to complete that collection than, say, just getting a random Carnage helmet. But I think this one's got some potential here, for kind of the same reasons reasons the TIE Fighter pilot helmet did also, because, Target exclusive, so it's already pretty hard to come by, for an average fan. If you're not walking into Target, if you're not on Target.com, if you're not just, looking, for the Carnage bust, it's going to be pretty hard to just kind of see it and actually even know it exists. So I feel like for a $60 buying point, it might be a little heavy. I'm not going to buy any at $60, but where I'm going to personally buy them at is if they have another Black Friday sale on them like they did with the TIE Fighter pilot helmets last year. If these things go down to say $40, $30, $25, I will personally be buying a whole bunch of them, because I feel like there's still room to grow. I don't think it's going to ever get to maybe the $200 mark that the TIE Fighter pilot helmet did. But if you guys are able to pick this one up for say $30, $40, and then say even short term, maybe 2 years from now, you're able to fetch maybe $120 for it, I personally think that's a good enough investment. But yeah, guys, so the Carnage bust is definitely one to keep your eyes on. If it's on sale Black Friday at Target, I recommend picking them up. I mean, that's something that I'm going to be eyeballing, and hopefully Target does it like they did with the TIE Fighter one last year. All right, next up, guys, I want to talk about the Creator Fish Tank really quick. So this is one that I kind of think brought up to a lot of people last month. There's actually a lot of people in my comment section kind of saying, hey, look, I never really thought about this. And basically starting at that time and basically for this entire last month, Walmart has actually had it for the 2250, which I feel like, again, it's a positive thing for the investors, but I think my personal opinion on this right now is I personally will probably not be buying any more of these. I bought a couple at 2250. I will probably not be going too much more in than just the two I have right now, because I think it will be pretty saturated now. I feel like at the 2250 buying point, again, whether I was talking about it, there's been a few other investors talking about it, and now I feel like there's a lot of people getting that set right now. So I guess in that case, you can kind of make that argument for really any of these sets, again, whether I'm talking about it or these other people are talking about it. There's going to be a lot of people say investing in these sets. I'm not doubting that. But something like this Creator Fish Tank, my quick opinion on it going into November is I feel like as is, it was never really going to be too crazy of a, an ROI set. 2250 into say maybe 40, 50 bucks, kind of on like the middle term, maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, where I think that's not really worth my personal time and investment, where, at least for me, I'm going to kind of stray away from this one now, but I want to kind of give you my thoughts on it. If you have the capital, if you have the time, if you don't really care about a short-term return, I definitely think it's still worth it, for the long-term investors. But for someone like me that has, kind of limited capital and, other avenues of, wanting to invest and other reasons to invest in other stuff. But for the fish tank right now, I'm sticking with the two I have, and I'm personally probably not going to get any more unless I get it for very cheap, of course. All right, guys, next up on the small tumbler right here. So this one right here is one that I've been talking about a whole bunch for the past like 6 months. I'm a huge fan of this. Probably my favorite non-Star Wars set of the year, I gotta say. And one kind of sad thing happened to it, I gotta feel, because for a long time there, it was only $40. Amazon had it for 32 bucks, 20% off, like for very few limited times over the past year. But then Target actually ran it for $24.99. I think it was maybe $26.99 actually, like a couple weeks ago. And that really does put a kind of a damper on my feelings on this set, at least on the shorter term. Again, I feel like, of course, they probably didn't sell 10,000 copies, but even if they sold, say, another 1,000 or 2,000 copies, there's definitely going to be a lot more on the shorter end market right now, right when the set retires, that are just trying to make a quick buck on it. So personally, I still have 6 of these. I will probably buy even more of them, but I got to be honest, when I saw that sale, as much as I bought, an additional 4 of them, I got to be honest, it kind of, I would rather not have done that. I would have rather paid an extra $15 or $10 for myself and, not had that cheaper buying point for other people. But I still feel like it's a great set, though. I really feel like, again, when are we going to get another small tumbler? It was, for a black, play scale tumbler, it was literally 16 years since the last one. So, there's going to be a lot of room there, because like I've kind of told you guys how I feel about that. The new UCS tumbler is $250 now. And again, when that set retires, pretty soon here, say that will go up to like $350, $400, where there's going to be a lot of room there between a $40 set and a $400 set, where people justifying paying say $120, maybe even $150 for the smaller one instead of paying $400 for the bigger one, kind of will be justifiable, I feel. So I think it will still be a great investment, but I gotta be honest, that sale that Target had on it definitely kind of ruined my mood on it, at least for a little while here. All right, guys, moving on to the next one right here, we got the C8 Corvette and the old Corvette Speed Champions 2-pack, $30 retail set. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot in the past month or two, and I still think this sits as probably one of the best valued sets that LEGO has done in the past like 5 years. I think $30 for 2 Speed Champions cars, with the piece count, with the detail, with the amount of just, kind of what the cars are. For $30, and especially if you get it for $24, 20% off, or if you guys can find it even cheaper. I know there was a Meyer deal over the past couple weeks where you guys could have got it set for literally like 16 bucks. I know quite a few people have found these at Walmart for like $15, and I think as it sits, again, whether you're talking about long-term kind of evergreen possibilities for it, you know, always being Corvette fans out there, I think just as it sits for pure value-wise, I think at $24, if you guys buy it at that price point, you guys basically will have like a 100% non-failure rate at that point. You know, $24, you know, buy-in point. You know, Lego themselves could have probably asked $40 for this set, and it still probably would have sold just as well. So, you know, again, people are going to be investing in it. It's going to take a little while to get off its feet. There's going to be a lot of people in the short term, just like with every set, just trying to make a quick buck, you know, trying to make $1 after fees. But I feel like, you know, after a year, maybe 2 years, this set has a lot of potential, I feel, to maybe grow to that $50, $60 mark very shortly, actually. So, with that being said, guys, there's my thoughts on that one. All right, guys, then we're moving on to Star Wars sets right here. So, you know, the last 4 of the video, I want to talk about these Star Wars sets. 2 of them I will go into kind of, you know, closer detail in this video, and actually 2 of the other ones, I've got a whole separate video I made a couple weeks ago, going over my thoughts on them for about 9 whole minutes. If you guys want to hear that video, go check it out. I will, you know, link it up in the cards, or just go on my channel. I think it's like literally 10 videos ago. But yeah, so we've got the, you know, the 4 Star Wars sets right here. Technically, actually 5 Star Wars sets that I feel like everyone's kind of talking about. Clone Trooper Command Station, Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, Mandalorian Starfighter, 501st Battle Pack, and then the AAT. So, like I said, guys, the Command Station, the AAT, and the 501st Battle Pack, I have an entire almost 10-minute video talking about those. Go check that out if you guys want my updated opinions on those. But, you know, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle and the Mandalorian Starfighter, I'll kind of talk about those briefly here, because, again, my opinions have not really changed too much. If anything, you know, they're just getting better and better. You know, and especially the Mandalorian Starfighter, because, like I kind of said, guys, you know, Gar Saxon right now even is holding that $30 to $35, you know, brand new condition price, which, again, if you guys are able to get this set for, say, $48, having a minifigure in that set that's worth, you know, literally 2/3 of that value already is unbeatable. And it really comes down to the fact, too, you know, the Mandalorian Loyalist is also cool. You know, sure, that's going to be a minifigure that will probably never be released again, you know, if we're not counting that foil pack, but, you know, in an actual set again. And, you know, Bo-Katan, I mean, I'm just telling you guys, you know, come next year, you know, once Mandalorian Season 3 comes out, if Bo-Katan is not in another set, you know, that's, you know, on the shelf right then, you know, say in the 2023 Winter Wave or, you know, Spring Wave, if there's no Bo-Katan in there, whether it's the same one or not, if there's no, you know, Bo-Katan at all, I mean, this set will literally be a gold mine, because, you know, Gar Saxon will just naturally already be, say, $40. Bo-Katan, everyone's going to want one. I strongly feel, I think if all the cards are played right on this set could, quite frankly, I think even be like a $150 set as soon as like next summer, which, again, if you're buying it for, say, under $50 right now, again, that's only if all the cards are played right. Again, there's always caveats, you know, if something happens to it, if this gets re-released, if this happens, you know, it won't be as much. But I think if all the cards are played right, this set could possibly be a $150 set by next year. And then, you know, Bad Batch Attack Shuttle also, you know, kind of moving into the same thing. You know, by next summer, I think we'll truly know kind of where this set will be at and where it will go to, because by then we would have seen all of Bad Batch Season 2. We will kind of see, you know, hey, look, I mean, are they ever in those outfits ever again? If they aren't in those outfits ever again, then I don't think Lego's ever going to make them in those outfits ever again. So, for what it's worth, you know, you're going to have the entire Bad Batch in, you know, unique outfits. You know, Crosshair, I guess, could possibly be showing up in that outfit again. You know, so it'd have the possibility of 3 completely exclusive clone troopers from the Bad Batch. You know, then Hunter, that also only came out in a very expensive set other than this one. You know, then Crosshair, that, you know, could be exclusive. Maybe they'll put him in another set. But, you know, again, if all the cards play right on that one, I really do feel like that's going to be another hot seller, you know, short term and long term. Because I feel like, you know, look, as much as I do really strongly feel they will probably re-release another Bad Batch shuttle, say, in the next 5 years in a different color scheme, again, you know, it's all going to come down to those minifigures in that set. Will probably forever be pretty sought after and pretty valuable. So, there's all my thoughts, guys, on these right here. And like I said, there's separate videos I made in the past month if you guys want to hear a few other opinions on different ones. And also really quick, guys, I want to say this really quick. If you guys have any other Lego sets that are retiring by the end of the year that you guys want to hear my opinion on, leave those down below. And then I'll probably make a video, say, in another week or two, maybe middle of November, and kind of make an entire video just based off of going over what sets you guys are kind of thinking about, and kind of giving you guys my quick thoughts on that. That'll probably be like a 20-25 minute long video, literally just kind of giving you guys my quick, you know, say 2-minute thoughts and going over some of the more maybe obscure sets, that maybe I'm not thinking about. And if you guys have any opinions on those, like, say the set and kind of maybe say, why do you think it's going to go up in value? And then I'll kind of, respond to that, kind of give my thoughts on that, and I think that'll be a pretty fun video. So nonetheless, guys, that's all for this video. I'll see you guys all next month with another update, and probably in that Q&A video, for the investing things. And nonetheless, I upload every other day, so if you guys want to see other content that is not solely based off investing, I do other Lego videos, based off Lego Star Wars and many other themes. So I do daily videos on this channel, so definitely be sure to subscribe. I'm also giving away a free UCS Razor Crest right now in the next 9 days if we hit a sub goal. If not, I'm giving away smaller Razor Crest, but nonetheless, guys, be sure to enter there, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys, and stay safe.